Hello, everyone. It's Tokyo Disney Dad again, and I'm here to share another non-Disney related video with you guys today. The reason being is right now the Disneyland parks here, Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, almost impossible to get a reservation for. I would love to go. I mean, there's nobody in the parks, only 5,000 people a day, but I cannot get a ticket. And now, for you guys that this is the first time, my name is Tokyo Disney Dad. I'm also known as Wally and am pa by my granddaughters. Been in Japan for 22 years, which kind of leads me to today's video. I went and visited a shrine. The shrine is Zama Shrine. I live in Zama City, Japan. And the shrine is very close to my house, maybe 10 minutes away. But I've been in Japan 22 years, in Zama City 17 years, and this is the first time I've ever visited that shrine. I don't have any excuses as to why, don't know why. I will be going back because, as you see, it was a beautiful shrine, and I'm very interested in seeing the Japanese architecture, the Japanese history, and things like that. But the reason why I went there today was that they're having their HINAMATSURI festival, which is their Girls' Day doll festival. And they put the dolls all the way up all the stairs. You'll see it in the video. And I wanted to share that, I think there's people that watch these videos that are interested in other things than just Disney. I hope so, because I'm trying to just give you some positive videos to watch. Okay, so I got a cheat sheet today. If it's Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Sea, don't need a cheat sheet. With the shrine, I do. So it says here on the internet, and I asked my wife, she's been in Zama all her life. Won't tell you how old she is, even though she doesn't look her age, but all her life. And the shrine dates back to 539 to 571 AD. So essentially older than the United States as a whole, which in general is not surprising because Japanese culture and history are a lot older than the United States, where I'm from, themselves. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just let you watch the video, and then I'll come back and I'll talk about Hinamatsuri, which means Girls' Day Festival, for you right after the video. So let's go and enjoy Hinamatsuri Day Festival at Zama Shrine. Cool. We're at Zama Shrine, and this is Hinamatsuri dolls. And I gotta climb a lot of stairs to see them. But this is like a Girls' Day festival. It happens on March 3rd. And the shrine has a lot of Hinamatsuri. A lot of stairs to climb to get this video, but that's okay. I need the exercise. And to just keep going and going. Now this shrine is actually not so far from my house. About 5 minutes bike ride, 10 minutes walk. And right behind the army base, Camp Zama here in Japan. Konnichiwa. Arigatou gozaimasu. as you see the other shrines, very similar to other shrines, except they have this one set up for the HINAMATSURI. Very traditional Japanese shrine. This is right in front of the main temple, so main HINAMATSURI set. Now my daughters have one of these sets. These sets are actually, that center black piece is a good example. Just that center black piece is a good example of a HINAMATSURI set. That set probably about $2,000-3,000 actually, so they're quite expensive. My daughter's set that her grandparents bought. Well, actually, okay, my daughter's set came from their mom. It was my wife's set, and when they first bought it, it was like, oh, well, it was $2,000 something, $3,000, which is an incredible price to pay for some dolls. But I mean, each one of these are handmade kimonos, things like that. This shrine also is famous for blessing of pets. That's why you see there's a poodle over there. So you bring your dog here, get a blessing, or so here's another big HINAMATSURI, or Girls' Day sets. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 4 sets. Let's see, 1, 2, no, 5 sets here. So that would be an example of a complete set. Starting from here, going up. That would be an example of a complete set. Now my daughter's sets aren't that big, but actually my daughter's sets are a little bit more elaborate than these. And like I said, they're very expensive sets of dolls. I'm kind of talking quiet because it is a shrine after all. I want to be respectful. There we go. There's another example. And if you just look at the details in them, look at that, for example, look at that outfit on that one doll. This is why they're so expensive. I don't know how old each one of these are. But this is just some Japanese culture. Now I'm inside. So like, it's not the traditional HINAMATSURI, but it is a Japanese doll, but just the details in each doll. I thought somebody broke something for a minute there. It wasn't me. Now, I'll be honest, I wouldn't want these dolls in my house. I'd be afraid they'd be like Chucky and come to life someday, but no, I mean, But it's amazing how respectful Japanese culture is, and how, if you think about the history, it's so much older than what I'm used to in the United States. Oops, skipped a little bit there. Now this one looks more like me. A really pudgy guy. It's the layers of the outfit. I mean, that outfit's got like, I don't know, 10 layers on it. Each one is hand put on there. And then there's also some, I don't know what these are. I'm gonna have to ask Kiyomi what these are, but they look like the things that hang over a baby bed, but I'm not sure that's what it is. Oh, here's a frog set. Look at the frogs. This is all in the shrine. I'll research how old the shrine is before I do my ending for this video, but yeah. Definitely don't want to touch anything. Well, these looks like some of the older ones. Like, oh, wait a minute, there's a sign here. So this set, it seems like, if I'm reading this correctly, was made between 1716 and 1735. So when you think about it, these dolls right here, these two, at least these two, probably maybe this whole set, I'm thinking this whole set, is older than the United States. The whole country of the United States, and these dolls are older than that. Now, that's if I'm reading the sign correctly, and I'm pretty sure I know enough Japanese to be able to read that a little bit. those hanging ones. Like I said, I'm gonna have to ask my wife what these are actually. But they remind me of the things you hang above a baby's crib. Whatever they are, they're very elaborate and handmade for sure. Now, just back out near the shrine. This is really, to be honest, just a small shrine sitting up on the hill. This is not one of those big shrines. But this is the first time I've ever been to this shrine. And considering that it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from my house in 22 years, and that's the first time I've been to this shrine, I don't know why. I have no idea why I haven't been here before. It's actually quite beautiful, quite nice. I love this kind of, architecture and traditional thing in Japan. This is one of the things I love about the culture of Japan. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but I got a mask on, everybody does. But of course, just look at that sunset coming over this, behind this shrine bell. I mean, again, this is why I love Japan. This is why I'm here. Just as simple. I think I've talked about those before, those caskets right there. They used to have rice wine, sake, in them. I'm not sure if they still do. Don't think so. All right, I'm going into a different area of the shrine. Now, these are little altars to something. I do not know, well, I know some of the kanji, like that says Zama, mountain, but I'm not sure what these are exactly for, but it's still part of the culture, part of the history of Japan, and there are folks over there ringing the shrine, just like, to show respect. I'll take a walk around up here and go down in this way. Oh, so this is where, okay, now I understand. This is where you come for the animals. To ask for a blessing for your dog or cat or animal. So I'm gonna actually do this one because I've got dogs and cats I need to ask for a blessing for. A little offering box. I'll make an offering, but I'm gonna turn the camera off because I can't do it at the same time as the camera. And now there's the bell. It is a bell. He's gonna ring it. Let's watch him. Go up there and ring it, show you how to do it, or I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see if this family wants to go first. Yeah, I think they are. Oh no! Alright, let's go on up there. There's the bell inside. And there's a rope to grab it by. Now we'll ring it. Here we go. And we're going back down the opposite way. As we go down, you'll see the amount of HINAMATSURI we have. It's hard to walk though. So look there. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing all the HINAMATSURI dolls and the Zama shrine. This is, like I said in the video, it's a small shrine, but it's also very nice. Now, come to find out from my wife, after talking to her coming back, we actually know, or I don't. She knows the family that actually runs the shrine now. And so it's pretty cool that we have that connection. And my wife says she grew up playing at that shrine when she was younger. Her brother and her would play, and there used to be a bomb shelter, not a bomb shelter, yeah, a bomb shelter, or emergency shelter there. So that they would go, and you can't go in there now, but they would go down there and play around that area. So it's pretty cool that they have that history down there also. So let's talk about HINAMATSURI for just a few minutes to end this video. So HINAMATSURI, again, cheat sheet a little bit. Even though I have daughters, and I have 2 daughters and 2 granddaughters, and should know all about Girls' Day, you know, I know some, but I don't know enough. So HINAMATSURI was traditionally known as the Momo no Seiku, which is also, if you translate, is the Peach Festival. Now, it runs on March 3rd, and it's for girls. Boys have a Boys' Day in May. Now, the HINAMATSURI itself dates back over 1,000 years. You know, it traditionally started over 1,000 years ago here in Japan. Now, not only do people put up their dolls, sorry, I'm looking down, but the families put up their Girls' Day dolls in mid-February about, and then leave them up to Girls' Day, and then take them down immediately afterwards. I think there's some kind of bad luck if you leave it up too long. Not sure. That may be incorrect information, but I believe that's the case. That's what I've been kind of told over the years. In the video, you saw a doll set. It was kind of in the corner, and there was a little sign that said it was dating back to 700 something years, you know, 780. I was correct in I asked my wife, and I was correct in my assumption that that doll was that old. So it's pretty cool that that doll has lasted that long. The hanging up, and I said, I'm not sure what those were, but I also thought they were like things you hang over baby beds. I was again correct. Now, I don't know the name of them. My wife wasn't familiar with the name of them either, even though she's Japanese, but but they're pretty cool and pretty nice to look at, and all handmade. So also in the video, I was talking about my granddaughter's set, and I'll kind of do a split screen right now, and I'll show you my granddaughter's set. I found a picture of it. That was actually, I've made some mistakes in what I said. That set was bought for my daughter, my oldest daughter, who is 29 now, and by her grandfather. So 29 years ago, that set was $8,000. Glad I did not know about that 29 years ago, because I wouldn't have spent $8,000. Luckily, I'm a grandparent, and I should have bought my granddaughter a set. Luckily, we passed that set down. Now, when my other daughter has a child of her own, if it's a girl, we may end up having to buy another set. But these days, the average price are between $1,500 and $2,500 for a nice one. And so, you know, I don't have to worry about it as much, even though that is still crazy prices. We won't talk about prices of things here in Japan. It's crazy. So if we, just a real quick thing about the HINAMATSURI doll sets. Platform number one, the very top platform, that is reserved for the dolls that represent the emperor and the empress. And they are usually behind it. There's like a screen, a golden screen. Platform number two is reserved for 3 ladies in waiting who serve drinks to the empress and emperor. Platform number 3 down is reserved for the court musicians who each hold a different instrument. Then number 4 is designated for bodyguards, as well as objects representing gifts for the imperial couple. Then platform number 5 is reserved for the palace guards, who are flanked by miniature orange trees to the left and a sakura tree to the right. If it's a 6th or 7th tier is included, this display usually maybe this tier kind of is left for like household items like carts or things like that. So yeah, so that was the HINAMATSURI dolls at Zama Shrine. Again, I hope you know, if you've watched my past videos, that I'm not doing these videos to be a YouTuber, but if you want to, leave some comments below, because I want to give you guys some content from Japan that you are interested in, especially right now when I can't go into the Disney parks. You know, give me something to give kind of video, okay? And that's it for this video. I tried to keep this explanation in short, and I look at it and it's like 6 minutes long, so I'm like, oh my goodness. But it's okay, it's okay. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll end by saying what I always say: be kind, be positive, be you. See you guys.